everybody. It's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 718. We are that podcast talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I am Mako-chan.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
And Ari is off tonight. He's doing the mid shift. He'll be back next week. So anywho, how is everybody doing tonight?
I'm very sleepy.
I could tell.
I have given Mako the brain cell. That's where we're at today.
So you gave Mako-chan an additional brain cell, so you're saying she is no
Yes.
longer orange ginger cat status.
Yes,
no.
no orange ginger cat status
No,
today.
both orange ginger cat status.
Oh God.
They all collectively share one brain cell.
Yeah, just one. Just the one.
Why you do that, Barry?
It's passed around.
I don't know. Sounds like fun.
Oh God. I'm just saying, Mako, if you ever retire from cosplaying Washu, you should give the honor to Barry.
We can all cosplay Washu.
Oh,
Yeah, we can all cosplay.
oh
twinsies.
God, that's even
You think
more
you only
worse.
have one Washu in this collaborative? No,
That's
he is mistaken.
that's even worse. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think of how many forms Washu has.
So many.
I mean, just off the top of my head, I can think of 3.
Oh, there is OAV, Universe, and Shin.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm
What?
talking about Little Washu,
Oh God.
Adult Washu, and Goddess Washu.
There's Goddess Washu.
Yeah, Goddess Washu.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta understand. I never finished watching the OAVs because at the time I never got extra copies of the tapes. Yes, I know somebody who has the collection, and during all that time, we never watched the entire series.
Oh.
And thanks to the effortless wisdom of Funimation and Crunchyroll, they're only showing the newer OAVs that fuck the entire continuity up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can marathon them the next time you come over.
I
There you
think
go.
I think we should do that because, like I said, I need to watch like the latter halves, and then after that, then you tie me down to the couch for the newer OAVs.
I haven't even been watching the newer OAVs.
You're going to foam at the mouth at the newer OAVs.
Oh no, I know exactly what goes on in the OAVs. That's why I haven't watched it's OVAs, not OAVs. OVAs.
Haven't or won't.
Well, knowing what happens, that's why I haven't watched them.
My leaning.
There's only so much of the "Are you my mom?" No, I'm your mom, but you can't be my mom because she's my mom.
Yeah.
No, you can't do.
No.
It's so convoluted and
Oh
just
no.
it's everybody
It's too
is their
much.
own
It's too
grandpa at this point.
Tenchi
Uncle
Muyo.
Grandpa, is that you?
Tenchi Muyo, Redneck Edition. Yeah!
Oh no, bro. We're not in
I mean,
Tokyo anymore.
just the fact that they had to bring in extra characters just to really bring home how fucked up everything is in that series.
Fucked up is the understatement of the year, my friend.
Yeah.
God. I'm just more mad because they've basically retconned the first movie. Granted, they said you could watch the movies in any order of the different series and it makes sense. Well, not anymore. I mean, fuck. Right now, Gendo Akari is sitting there, in his pose going, well, why didn't I think of that? Staring at Rei Ayanami.
No.
And meanwhile, Sigmund Freud is rolling over in his grave,
In his grave, yes.
And Cedar Miri says, now I have Tom Arnold singing, I'm my own grandpa stuck in my head. I mean, it's not wrong.
So instead of Tenchi now having a sword with everything that is going on in the series, just tell Tenchi to get in the damn robot.
Yes. Pretty much. And it'll be his father staring over Ayaka's body instead of Shinji staring over at Rei's body. I think you.
Well, I mean, technically, it would be his grandfather who was originally supposed to marry his sister, who left for Earth and then had a kid who ended up having another kid and naming the kid after a damn sword. And it's
That's
no.
anime for you, folks. That's anime.
I mean, if you
bro.
translate the
Nutshell.
name Tenchi Muyo, it basically means no need for Tenchi. Just saying. That and or
Yes, Tenchi get in the cabin.
yes. Oh,
And she
God.
get in the cabin, yeah.
50 points to Slytherin. Look, as we talk about Tenchi Muyo, maybe it was an homage to rednecks and Adirondacks and people that live in Alabama.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. I think it's more the patriarchal culture around Japanese culture and how they think aliens would be similar to like the 1960s space race that we had in the States.
Well,
You know,
well, let's not forget the fact that Ayaka is into bondage. Just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them have very quirky quirks. We'll just say
That's
that,
one
because
hell of
in
a
the show-
quirk, my dear.
I mean, in the show, they are of a certain age, so I'm like, they do become adult later on in the show, but I think for most people,
Look, I am just reminded of the one line that they edited for the dub where Sasami runs into the backyard and goes, "Ew, it smells like tea in here."
Well, I mean, Ryoko's got a drink.
Yeah. Young kids thinking that tea gets you drunk or it stinks or something like that, you know?
well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I've seen an Earl Grey tea schnapps that was in Japan that I picked up and it was very good, but there is alcoholic tea. I mean, Long Island iced tea too.
But
so.
that's not really a tea.
But it tastes
How is
like
it not
one.
a tea?
Well, look, if it tastes like an iced tea, that means the bartender nailed it.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Or
we're
you
getting off
can
on
just,
a
drink sweet tea vodka, but whatever.
There are some crazy teas out there. You are right, Seattle
Look, I got a Lush to the left of me, and I got a Lush below me. Good God Almighty! At this rate,
That's
I might as
the
well just,
funny part. Is
I
I
might as well
don't
just
drink
break out.
anymore. You're really funny. You're really funny. I don't drink anymore.
At this rate, I might as well just break out the flask and just call it a night.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyhow, since we shamelessly derailed this episode, which
Yep.
usually doesn't take long, we just want to let y'all know that we are live tonight, week of May 5th, right here on Twitch TV. And happy, I guess, Cinco de Mayo, you know, a holiday.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
And holiday that's only a quote unquote holiday that's only celebrated in the continental U.S. And it never was about Mexico's freedom. It was about another war, and I don't remember which one it was. But anyhow, we're here live on Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will always find our stream at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. And we're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. And you can catch them on Twitch at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. They kick things off Sundays at 8 with the Bobby Blackwolf Show, followed by OLR 2DX at 9. And then we wrap up the programming day here on Tuesdays. And while you can, please come out and hang out in our Discord, VogNetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice Geeks Network has a chat room, has a channel. So come through, hang out, and have a good time with us. You know? And T. says, I have some GABA tea that is like a low-level gabapentin that I've only touched once because I am paranoid that it might interact with some of my meds, despite it not doing so the one time I had it.
smart. I mean, a lot of that's the thing is that for humans, we have you have derived many medicines from
Mm-hmm.
natural places. So yeah, it's good to be smart. It's good to be smart about it.
And then there's Mako-chan. Live a little. Anywho, moving right along here, sitting fancy free. I'm going to kick things over to Mako-chan and ask her how was her weekend day. So, Mako-chan, how was your week and how was your day?
Not bad. Filled with lots and lots of bacon.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that was basically it. Wine and bacon.
Doesn't sound like a bad time.
No. A local winery here does food truck festivals every other weekend or
Ooh.
so. So this past weekend was Bacon Fest. About 20 different food trucks, most of them having some sort of bacon edition uh, to go with the theme. So it was very tasty.
Mm.
And the wine was also very tasty.
I have to agree. It really was. I actually have my list right here.
Yeah, it's a good winery. There's another one in that same area, but they don't really do like festivals or anything like that. Most of their stuff comes from their farm. So they're known for pies and things like that. So you go to one and you get dessert, you go to the other one and you get some really decent wine. Um, and then when you're done there, you can go to Wawa.
For a nice cup of coffee.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Barry, how was your weekend, day, and month?
It's been pretty quiet in the dreaming.
Mm.
But basically, I have been just like organizing the space a little bit more, getting a little bit more cleared up here, and replacing. I guess the only big thing I did was I replaced the CPU in the older computer
Mm-hmm.
to try and get a better processing power. Um and that's pretty much been the biggest
Mm.
adjustments that I've been messing with.
Gotcha. Hearing you talk about upgrading your CPU reminds me of the fact that I wish I had jumped on the fact to upgrade my memory when I had the chance, but I am not about to drop.
Mm-mm.
I'm not about to drop a couple of paychecks just to go from 64 to 128. I can wait.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah, I've been looking at getting new RAM as well. But I replaced the CPU from a I want to say it was a Ryzen 5 3600 to
Mm-hmm.
a Ryzen 7 5800. So we're
Wait,
gonna
wait, wait,
hope
wait,
that the
wait, wait,
processing
wait.
power is better.
So you basically changed the board?
No, I mean you could update the BIOS. It was compatible.
No, 7000
Or wait, it
series.
might have been a 7 3600. I'll have to look it up
Because
again.
Ryzen 7000 series runs on AM5. Because
Oh, okay. That
yeah,
it must be that
yeah.
I have it on. No, well, no. I mean, it runs on my board. My board's for this
So
computer.
you might have gone
For
from a
anyone who
fit.
doesn't know, I run on two PCs right
Mhm.
now. I'm looking at a third one because I'm
So you know
insane.
what it is. You
But
might have got. You probably still in the 5000 series. You probably went from like a 5500 to a 5700
no,
or something like
it's a
that.
Ryzen 7.
No, okay, all right.
It just
Wait,
said
wait.
I could update my BIOS,
Here,
so I
okay,
updated my BIOS and it
but
was compatible.
all
That's
right,
why I bought this computer
all
was
right.
because it was compatible.
All right, so okay, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. There's Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, and Ryzen 7. Now, it's the numbers that come after the 7. So, you probably have a Ryzen
Yeah, it's
7
the
50.
5800X.
Yeah, that's what
I
yeah.
was looking at the
Yeah.
X3D, but it had barely any better functionality, and I
Mhm.
already have the 7 something 3D in the other computer, which I already do a lot of my 3D rendering on.
Mhm.
So I didn't really need it for that one.
Okay.
I wanted to have better processing power on this one. And I
Mm.
think the only two other things I want to update, um After that is the cooler for it because it does run a little hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the RAM. I want to get some more RAM for this PC. But as we all
Yeah.
are chronically online, RAM prices are going to horrible things. But it's very
Mostly,
expensive right now.
mostly on DDR5. DDR4, not so much, but
Yeah.
it's still expensive.
Yeah,
Trust me,
DDR4
yeah,
is still okay, but it's still in the hundreds of dollars.
We-
Which,
that-
since I'm not doing a lot of streaming, I'm not taking on a lot of
Mm-hmm.
jobs this year. I will, hope for Christmas, I guess.
Well, I will definitely will have to talk about that after the show.
Yeah. If you've got a connection, just let me know, and I'll see if I can scrounge up something for it.
All right. So my weekend day's been, work. I just got put on this project because the interns are coming in, so we're setting up shop. And the thing is, most places have like a standard of how to set up the equipment. This place does not. The main concern is basically zip tying the cables down so that no one steals the USB-C cable, which is understandable. And I get it. It also proves that people are cheap. Anywho, I have a meticulous way of setting things up. I'm doing this with another coworker, basically 20 setups, 10 apart. And I do things kind of meticulous. I set up the equipment at each station, I pull it out, set it up, wire it, put all the empties on the cart, and roll it out. And I usually do like maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Take my time. I'm in no rush. I don't have any work to do because they have us focus on this project. That's fine. The other guy, he's basically tearing stuff apart and stuff is shredded. I was like, what the hell? And as I'm working away, I'm hearing him grunt. I mean, I understand when you're moving stuff, you make bodily functions when you're moving stuff.
Okay. Effort noises, yeah.
Yeah, but he was just sitting he was sitting at each workstation running the wires and making all these bodily. I mean, it's like he grunt when he had to stretch. I'm like, are you really that out of shape? I mean, it's the stereotype like IT people are fat and lazy. I mean,
what do you want him to make like an uwu or like an ara? Like, do you
neither?
Want him to moan? What? Rama?
First things first. Don't you dare do that around me while we're live, okay?
Oh, that was funny.
Now, I want him to be a little bit more quiet, but it is what it is because I'll just work and do whatever. I just didn't think it just seems like he's just so out of shape getting this, sitting at the desk, plugging in cables and keyboards and stuff. I'm like, okay, it is what it is, and I just dealt with it, And then it's like we have they split the workstations. He ends up doing mine, and I'm looking at the list trying to find out which ones he did so I can mark it off. He's like, does it matter? I'm just like, well, hey, whatever. I'll tell you this much. He did forget to set up one of the workstations, and I just left that. I'm like, I do not pick up after anybody else. It's one thing if you have to leave early for XYZ reasons and you tell me, then yes, I will handle that. Other than that, no. But anywho, let me mention a little bit more about this bacon fest that me and Mako and Ari went to.
Yeah.
We went, and I also had a couple of friends that joined us, and we did samples. It was like $12. You could sample 6 different ones, and the sangria was good, and the tailgate white was nice. The one thing that kind of caught me off guard was the peanut butter chocolate therapy. It was like drinking a Nutty Buddy bar with a hint of alcohol.
That sounds dangerous.
Yes, it
was
is.
really good. It was a very thick drink, though.
But yeah.
Like, it is not something that you can sit there and have an entire glass and think, oh, I'm gonna have a second one. No, that thing
that sounds like a
sweet
dessert
and
wine. That
thick.
sounds like a nightcap, if you will.
Yes.
That sounds like
Yes.
your night is cap.
That's basically.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I kind of want to buy a bottle of it, but I really don't have a place to put it. But it is what it is. So, and that's basically the long and short of it. I'm looking around just trying to double check stuff. No, that is it for us for that. I'm going to get into some housekeeping noises and notes here. If it refreshes, wonderful. As always, episodes of Anime Jam Session are available in video format on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. Episodes are available at 12 noon. Our next convention, as it is right now, is AAC in August, but I may be attending a one-day college convention in Jersey. I will probably know definitely by next week if I am going or not, because I think that event interferes with other stuff I have planned for June. And let's just say the stuff that's planned for June basically is at the top of the list, and there's nothing that can knock that off the list short of me being hospitalized for something or other. So there is that. All right. And I think that is it for housekeeping. So let's go ahead and get into some stories tonight, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right. First thing we're going to talk about is the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy opens #1 in Japan, to the complete surprise to no one. Just saying. Anywho, the movie opened at about, let's see, the movie sold a little bit over 1 million tickets, like 1,121,000 tickets, and it earned over about 1.6 billion yen, which is equivalent to 9.96, almost $10 million. That is cool. The movie opened here in the States on April 1st, other territories April 3rd, and opened in Japan, I believe, last week on April 24th, if I'm looking at my calendar correctly. No, actually about 2 weeks ago on April 24th. Illumination founder and CEO Chris Melandari and Nintendo rep and director and fellow Mario creator, the Mario creator, Shigeru Miyamoto, again produced this new film. One thing that was kind of surprising was Brie Larson as Rosalina. I actually liked her in this. I think her in this and Scott Pilgrim are probably the only two roles I actually like her in. Benny Safdie from Oppenheimer and Uncut Gems. He was a director writer, did Bowser Jr., which was kind of cool. And yes, Donald Glover voiced Yoshi. It was basically like I Am Groot for half of it. Issa Rae was the Honey Queen. And bless Bowser for what he did at that scene, okay? And Luis Guzman played Wart. I was like, oh god. The movie opened in the US in over 60 markets on April 5th. It earned about a little bit over 190 million in its first 5 days. It hit #1, which is no surprise there. First 5 days hit $372.5 million. The film crossed a cumulative total of estimated $628,765,135 worldwide after its second weekend. It became the second biggest film worldwide this year, coming behind the Chinese film Pegasus 3. I am not surprised that the movie didn't hit over $1 billion within that time period, but it came close. That's good enough. It's far and few that a sequel will outdo the first one. It's far and few. Deadline puts the movie estimated $377 million, etc. Opening worldwide as the highest earning all-time worldwide for an animated film, beating Frozen 2. Frozen 2 opened on a regular 3-day frame as opposed to the Mario movie's 5-day frame. The franchise first week's earnings for both films make it the only animated franchise to have two films open with $350 million worldwide, and it joins Shrek, Toy Story, and Minions as the only animated franchise to have two films to open more than $100 million for 3 days in North America. Okay. And it just goes on about that. I am not surprised. Granted, some people weren't too fond of the plot, or this. It kind of felt a little repetitive. I enjoyed the film for what it was. I thought it was good. I just asked for it in the They need to call the third movie Super Mario Brothers 3. They need to do that. Call it that, and don't fuck it up. That's all I'm asking. And that is covered. Mako-chan, what's going on with Pokemon?
Yeah. So the Pokemon franchise teamed up with Suntory's Boss Coffee
Hmm.
for a set of Pokemon 30th anniversary coffee cans. Select Boss coffee cans will feature Pokédex entries for such Pokemon as Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Totodile, Chikorita, and Pikachu beginning on June 1st.
Mm.
Cans of Boss Coffee Muto Black, Boss Coffee Zetaku Bito, Boss Coffee Rainbow Mountain Blend, Boss Cafe Olay, and Premium Boss Bito will feature the Pokédex cans. Fans can also win one of 15 jackets or 1,500 t shirts as part of the campaign. The jacket will feature the Boss Coffee logo on the back and designs inspired by Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. The Bulbasaur jacket comes with a mini backpack that can hold flowers. The Charmander jacket lights up in the back like Charmander's tail, and the Squirtle jacket comes with a water squirt gun complete with a water storage backpack. How freaking cool is that?
Very.
That sounds fun. I mean,
The t-
it's I guess for Pokemon you could say it's a choose your day starter.
Heyo.
Mm.
Eh.
The t-shirts will feature footprints of the starter Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Unova. Boss Coffee will also release 2 packs of Warudake Craft Boss with Pokemon charms during the collaboration period. 4 different charms are set to come with the packs. Pikachu and Eevee, the 9 water starter Pokemon, the 9 grass starter Pokemon, and the 9 fire starter Pokemon. Yeah, not only are the bottles really cute, but the
Hmm.
charms are really cute too.
Well, maybe
Uh,
these charms won't get caught up by the damn scalpers. Oh, wait, they will.
Oh
yeah,
no.
unfortunately, we did see what happened with all of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I don't see it listed here, but the Pokemon Target campaign launched, and basically it was bad.
I mean, if you want to talk
It,
about that, go right ahead. I mean, I'm okay with that.
well, basically everybody
Mm-hmm.
that rushed in to buy it, most of them were scalpers.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is
You.
on eBay or various resell sites, including boxes of Pop Tarts. Um, Pricing for it got a little bit better once the online selection was released the day after, but not by much. Um, Backpacks that were sold for $15 to $20 going for, $40, things that were sold for $100 going for $250. It's absolutely ridiculous. They were going so far as to take the covers
Mm.
off of the decorations outside. For those that have never been to Target, most Targets have concrete round stones as dividers outside.
Mm-hmm.
And during collaborations like this, they will cover them. I know during one, and there's a picture of Ranma sitting on it, they covered them with Luigi and Mario heads.
Yep.
For this collaboration, they were all covered with Pokeballs, and people stole them
I
all.
would not be surprised if some of them got stolen.
Oh no,
That
most
was
of
a
them
given.
got stolen.
That was a given.
Yeah, most of them got stolen. Even the decorative display units, they're either being stolen from the stores or taken by employees and sold online.
And
Um,
resold.
yeah, and those are going for over $200. Just some little cardboard display. Um, it's ridiculous. Um, we can only hope because there is a second run that's coming through in June. They have not announced if it's just going to be a second run of everything that's already come out, or if it's going to be
Mm.
a second run of different types of the same kind of product. Um, I'm hoping it's a run of the same stuff because that will just cause all of the scalpers to cry,
Good.
Get
knowing that
bent.
there's another wave of the same crap coming out. But
No,
unfortunately,
or
I
they'll just be like, "Ooh, I have more to sell of the same thing." Which
Well, I will say this. In New
Mhm.
York City, I think it's New York City, I'm not sure about New York State, scalping is allowed up to 10 to 15% above retail. Because there are people who make their bones off of reselling. Now, if it's $5 and you're selling it for 7, okay, I think that is fair. I personally. But if it's 5 and you're selling it for 10, you could take a walk for all I care. Which is why when like Best Buy and Target and all when they have like their video gaming fire sales, I'll tell you this right now. When these fire sales happen, a lot of these resellers will go in and buy at retail price. When the sale happens, go around, get the money back difference, and then resell it to double their profits. And I personally, I think that's kind of disgusting. Personally, it's one thing if you buy
the
it one week and then you find out next week it's on. Then yes, that's more than fair.
no, the Pokemon Pop Tarts are selling for $5 and are going for $25 online.
I'm sorry. Like I saw this image earlier, and this meme earlier, this comic earlier today, and I shared it. And it's basically a father and a daughter. She wants Pokemon cards, and they go to the store,
Mhm.
and she sees that all the cards are gone, and she's in tears. And then you see the scalper walking away with all of this stuff, and you're looking all musty and crusty. Again, that could not be me as a father. It will never be me as a father. Because I'll tell you this right now. If my kid wants Pokemon cards and I see a scalper with boxes of them in his cart, I'm going to go up to his cart and I'm going to just casually take a box out. And if he cops an attitude, he'll find himself on the floor. Simple as that.
Mhm.
You do not
Get on the
need,
floor. Everybody do the dinosaur.
yes,
I don't
you,
know.
you do not need 4 boxes of Pokemon cards. You do not. You are not a collector. You are a scalper. You are what's wrong with this world. I support scalping on the moral aspect. It's one thing you buy a box of Pokemon cards for 50 and then you turn around and sell them for 60 or 65, 70. That's yeah. But for 50 and you're selling it for 100, no. That's absolutely
Yeah, that's the
outrageous.
problem I
Mm-hmm.
see, Ranma, is that most of the folks
Yeah.
that are doing this
Yeah.
scalping nowadays aren't doing it for altruism or
Oh, I
morality
know.
or
I
fighting the
know.
capitalist
I know.
structure. A lot of them are taking $25 packs of cards and
I
selling
know.
them for
I know.
150.
I know.
Like that's the
And,
problem.
and you know
Yeah.
what? If I was a scalper, I would be undercutting all of them. I'm like, I'm getting your customers because I'm selling it for $5 less. And if I could do that and get them to undercut me and bring it back down, maybe the world would be a little bit better place. Just saying. Like,
Unfortunately, that doesn't
oh, I know.
always work
I know.
out
I mean,
because well, I follow on Twitch some people that I will say used to sell cards.
mhm,
Hmm.
He got them from a distributor.
right.
He would then sell them through Twitch on his own store site
Mm-hmm.
um, basically for the same price
Mm-hmm.
that he got them for. Um, with the uh, with the whole thing that he would open them up online on
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, because that's why all of this crap got popular. During the pandemic, people would start, hey, I'm bored, let's do a pack opening.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, people don't understand that while people might be showing you just how great their packs are online when they open stuff, how much money it took them to open up and get a card that was worth $50. Because while that one card in that one pack might be $50,
Mm-hmm.
they had to spend almost 200 on crap to get that $50 card. That's what caused a lot of these scalpers to go crazy with the Pokemon crap.
Mm.
To the point that even purchasing from these, actual shops, these warehouses, the warehouses themselves had to start selling above market value because market value jumped up above market value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody all the way down the line said, hey, this is getting really popular. So, these packs are usually $5 a pack,
Mm-hmm.
but I see how popular they're getting. And hey, this pack is now selling for $10 through resellers. So instead of selling this pack to you for $5, we're going to sell this pack to you for $7. And then all the resellers are like, well, crap, if we have to buy it for $7, we need to keep making the same money. So instead of
Yeah.
selling it for the 10 that we normally do, we're going to sell it for 15. And that just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And unfortunately, now we're at market value of these packs of cards that are almost double what they actually are, are supposed to be.
Reminds me of
It's
this.
a mess.
It reminds me of like when I was buying Magic cards and the dark packs were like $15 a pop. Man, listen. It's going to break eventually. We just gotta be patient about it. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's gonna break eventually. It's just gotten a little more pernicious because that's just there's the rares, there's the collections, there's the hollows, and there's the repackaging that's been rampant. It's what's popular right now, like the
Mm-hmm.
dumplings and the Nidos and stuff that were on shelves for decades, and now all of a sudden they're getting TikTok famous because the gambling aspects and all that other stuff. Anyway, we
Yeah.
can we can go on for
Yeah.
ages about this.
Let's move. Let's move along. Let's move
Yeah.
along. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else is on our agenda here. Barry, what's going on with Looney Tunes?
So, Looney Tune. What do you mean Looney Tune? You mean the comic, the manga collection?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
Caught you off guard, didn't it?
Okay, give me just 1 second.
I
All
just
right, here we go.
let me just say this. I would love to see more
Mm-hmm.
retail stores have better control over this. Some stores are, but the rest aren't because they don't care. The stuff is being sold. They made their money. That's it. Anyway, Looney
Wait,
Tunes.
what was that, Ranma?
I said I would love to see more retail stores take better control of the scalping.
Oh yeah, take better control of
Yeah.
it. Well, I
Well,
mean,
let me
yeah,
fi-
it's
yeah.
it's a problem.
Yeah, some stores
Yeah.
already have signs to per and this and that, and that's fine. There's something being done, but more stores don't care because the inventory goes in. They know it's being sold. Let them have it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there are ways that they could do it, but it makes them money, so I don't think
Mm.
they're gonna change much. But you know
Yeah.
what? You know what you can enjoy instead of that hellscape?
What?
If you're interested in checking out some art manga, The exhibition is heading to Brooklyn in October. So if you want to celebrate comic books and enjoy some art, you can go to the Art of Manga exhibition.
Maka, I mean
The Art of-
Barry, you skipped one.
Mhm. Oh, did I skip one?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Looney
I
Tunes.
looked at it.
Yes.
Oh, it is. No, okay, it's the wrong one.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I
'cause
switch
you had-
'em? I'll
yeah,
switch 'em,
you're
'cause
two
I
star-
started
you-
the other one, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. I'll do
you ended
I'll
up
do
being
Looney Tunes
back to
next.
back, so yeah.
Okay. So the Art of Manga exhibition is making its East Coast debut as it heads to Brooklyn Museum in Brooklyn, New York, beginning October 2026. The installation will I'm the Looney Tune today. Okay.
Whoops.
The installation will feature over 600 pieces of art from various artists, exploring a broad range of genres and themes, including Hirohiko Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Ichiro Oda's One Piece, Rimiko Takahashi's Inuyasha, Ranma One Half, and MAO, Gengoro Tagame's My Brother's Husband. Don't say that title incorrectly. Jiro Taniguchi, Summit of Gods, Mari Yamazaki's Thermae Rome, Kazumi Yamashita's The Life of Genius, Professor Yanagazawa, blah, 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 Fumi Yoshinaga's Uko, The Inner Chambers, and more. The Art of Manga is organized by the Fine Arts Museums of San Francisco, and the exhibition of the Brooklyn Museum will run from October 3rd this year to January 31st, 2027. So if if you have a trip out to Japan, that might be something to stop by. No, actually, no, it's in Brooklyn. Never mind.
It's
I don't even know where I am, guys.
Where
This is why Mako has the brain cell today. So it's gonna be in Brooklyn. So if you're coming from Japan to Brooklyn, check out New York for that one. Located within the Great Hall, first floor of the museum. For more information, you can check out their official homepage. The
I'm
exhibition
going to
has
have to
previously
check
made
this
its
out.
way to San Francisco, where it was held at the De Young Museum from September to January. But yeah,
And I
definitely come
think
visit Brooklyn for that.
and I think at that one, Rumiko Takahashi made an appearance.
Oh, that's sick. That's
Mhm.
actually really cool.
But this is at the Brooklyn Museum. I don't live too far from there, so I would there's no excuse for me not to check it out. No excuse.
Yeah, we need to make a day trip
Yes.
because I really want to go too.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's definitely in Brooklyn, guys. But if you're in Japan, take me with you.
Well, if we time it well enough, maybe Barry can hop in the Barry Mobile and just join us.
I wish I could travel. I'm like trying to get back there, man, but it has not been easy.
It's all good, fam. It's all good. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. A piracy site is no more. Mako, tell us about that.
No, there's the Looney Tunes
Oh.
one first.
Wait,
Is that that one before yours?
I thought you did the Looney Tunes one. You just did the Art of Manga.
No, I did the manga one.
Oh.
I asked if I could do it, and you were like, "Sure." And I was
I
like,
thought
"Okay."
you meant something else. I think we're all sharing one
No,
brain.
it's okay. Oh, I have two back to back.
We're-
Bruh, you guys did this. This was a change because I looked at it earlier, and this one wasn't here.
Well, when you looked at it
Okay,
before, I didn't assign it to who because I forgot. Okay.
Okay.
I think this is
okay,
one of the
okay,
few
okay.
times we're all sharing one or two brain cells figuring this
Yeah,
shit
we're all
out.
sharing one or two brain cells tonight,
Yes,
guys. This
all
is what happens with live studio audience. Okay. Well, Warner Bros. Japan is launching its Looney Tunes Gokko short anime. The official YouTube channel of Warner Brothers Japan started streaming on April 29th a trailer for the short anime based on Looney Tunes characters titled Looney Tunes Gokko. Warner Brothers Japan then debuted a short anime's first episode the next day on April 30th. One second.
Mm-hmm.
And it included the episode features Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tweety Bird, Sylvester, Roadrunner, Taz, and Wile E. Coyote. Warner Bros. Japan premiered Tom and Jerry Gokko short anime in November 2022, and the current release is one short episode a month. So for you looking for instant gratification, you're gonna have to wait a few months. So Warner Brothers Kids YouTube channel released an English trailer of the anime in May 2025 and started streaming episodes in June that same year. Japan-based Fanworks Agretsuko is in charge of the animation production. Studio Nanahoshi is Kuromi's Pretty Journey, Hamichama, Multiverse Dashutsu Freedom is credited for animation production assistance. Warner Brothers also announced in November 2025 that it's producing a Scooby-Doo Gokko.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, let's go. That's going to be based on the Scooby-Doo mysterious comedy franchise, centered on Scooby and Shaggy, and it's going to premiere next year. That's cool. I'm excited for that.
And also, don't forget, later this year, like this summer, we're finally going to see Coyote versus Acme.
Ooh, the final battle. Who will win?
Well, it's all in the eyes of the law.
Apparently, the laws of physics and gravity.
No, court of law.
Oh, I thought you meant Acme.
No. I think in this, Wile E. Coyote is suing Acme for the fact that the products don't work.
That's funny.
But what's also funny is there was an episode like this on Tiny Toon Adventures.
I like Tiny Toons. I thought that was a cute show.
I love Tiny Toons. And when I think about Acme products, sometimes when I'm reminded of being in IT. It's like, this computer doesn't work. And I look over at it and I tap something. Working. I had a user complain that the web camera was not working. It wouldn't. I get an email to say, "Oh, it's working now. You can close this ticket out." So there is that. It's Anyways, all right. Now that we got that out the way, let's move along to our next story here. All right, we got the makeover. Art of manga has been done. Now Mako-chan can tell us about another piracy site being shut down.
Yes. So a coalition of major Korean webtoon platforms have successfully shut down one of the largest Spanish language piracy sites. So that's kind of awesome. On April 27th, Kakao Entertainment and Naver Webtoon announced that together with member companies of the Copyright Overseas Promotion Association, including Lezen Entertainment, RIDI, Kadari Studio, Tumix, and Topco Media, it has taken down 2manga Online, a major illegal webtoon and manga distribution site targeting Spanish-speaking users. 2manga Online, previously known as Zanatmo.com, operated multiple affiliated domains and provided unauthorized webtoon and manga content across Spain and Latin America. Platform recorded approximately 86 million visits in March 2025 alone. According to analytics firm SimilarWeb, it ranked 327th globally, 87th in Spain, 26th in Mexico, which were figures comparable to major Spanish language news outlets. Industry estimates suggesting that the site caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damages to Korean content companies over the past several years. The shutdown was carried out by Spanish authorities following a joint investigation. Korean rights holders identified the operators based in Spain and collaborated with local legal firms, enforcement agencies, and the judiciary. Spanish police secured sufficient evidence, obtained a search and seizure warrant, and executed the closure. A formal criminal trial is expected to follow. This case marks the first successful outcome of coordinated legal action by Korean webtoon companies under local Spanish law, highlighting a growing trend of cross-border enforcement. The COA, supported by South Korea's Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism, has been leading overseas copyright protection efforts on behalf of content creators.
Again, I am glad that these sites are being pulled and shut down. If you like the stuff that you're looking at, pay for it. And if you don't
that's just it. Many, many moons ago, when, we were all little children, the content of work was not coming to the world.
Hmm.
So the only way you could get most of this stuff was, through other people translating it for you. However, those days are done. Most of these companies that are out there now are translating into the major languages around the world, including Spanish, English, Chinese, various dialects of Chinese at that. So these sites really now are true piracy sites. There is access to this media now. You just, don't want to pay for it. And that's where the difference comes in. It's different if there is no access to this, to the works, but it's there.
Yeah,
It's out there in the different languages, so you have no excuse anymore.
Yeah, that I would understand. It's like I said about, pulling fans, like digital fan subs. Yes, there's a couple of series that I have digital copies of because I don't have the $500-600 to buy the original DVDs. Now, if they get a re-release, I will buy them and then delete the fact that I actually had those. I did that with Sailor Moon and a bunch of other series. As I got each season, I deleted a fan sub season, And I think it's sad that there are people who will pay money for VPNs to access this stuff, but that same money for a VPN, you could get a subscription with. But people don't want to give that subscription money to the streaming sites because they feel that they're exploiting the industry and and it doesn't trickle down. Some of it does not. But when you subscribe to a legal service and watch, these companies know it keeps voice actors employed and they get more anime for you. It's a good cycle, Hell, you don't even have to have a complete subscription. Just subscribe to a streaming site for a couple of months to watch what you want, then cancel. When something new comes up that you want to watch, go ahead and do it then, Hey.
Oh, thank you for the gift subbies, guys. Thank you so much.
We greatly appreciate that. All right, now that I am done ranting about this for the umpteenth time in this on this podcast. We're going to get into our last story of the night before we get into strange news from Japan. And it's about Attack on Titan and an orchestral concert world tour. And this is starting to become a little bit more popular with animes doing world tours of the soundtracks and so forth. I know a while back we talked about Demon Slayer. I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about My Hero Academia. And now we are going to discuss Attack on Titan. I swear, the original opening theme, when you hear it, that just opened up something you just wanted to fight somebody, That was just straight up fight music, okay? So this Attack on Titan concert, it kicks off at London's Royal Albert Hall on October 17th. This concert will feature new symphonic arrangements overseen by the composers Hiroyuki Sawano and Koto Yamamoto. Over 100 musicians and choir members will perform on stage with the backing projected scenes from the anime. That's cool. After its London debut, it'll be on a global tour from Hong Kong to Singapore to Paris to New York and more locations. And if you are in the New York City tri-state area, write this down. January 10th, 2027, Carnegie Hall. Right now, there's only 15 cities that have been announced, and there are going to be more. For this year, October, as I said, London. November 1st, Hong Kong. November 26th to 28th, Singapore. Out of that, 2027, as of right now, there are limited U.S. concerts. Like I said, January 10th is Carnegie Hall for New York City. April 5th is Minneapolis. April 12th is San Francisco. April 17th and the 18th is LA. May 22nd and 23rd is Seattle, Washington. July 2nd and 3rd is Dallas, Texas. July 9th and 10th, Chicago, Illinois. July 15th and 16th, Washington, D.C. And that's what we have for right now. If they announce more U.S. tour dates, we will gladly pass that along. And this announcement came hot on the heels of Wild Fairy's Attack on Titan Beyond the Walls tour, which ran through the U.S. from February of this year to March. So that I heard that was really cool as well. So if you are into supporting your favorite animes, hearing your favorite anime music performed live, definitely check this out. If you haven't watched Attack on Titan, I highly recommend you watch the first season. The music is really good. I'm not gonna lie. Anywho, now that we got that out the way, we're already getting to the part of the show that most of us tend to stick around for. Meanwhile in Japan. So,
Woo!
Barry, you get first dibs, then Mako.
I want to take the Hatoful boyfriend themed one.
Oh Lord!
The bird one. I want to take the bird one.
I heard bird's the word.
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word. That's it. That's all I
Bird
can
is the
do.
word.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
I don't really care which one I take.
All right. I'll take the third one.
Okie dokie. Well, to
Then I
get us
guess I'll take the
started.
second one.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, the second one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tell them why bird is the word.
Bird is the word, chat. And bird is the word because police in Osaka have filed charges against residents for serial pigeon and crow feeding. After more than a decade of incidents, legal action is finally being taken. The authority in Osaka's Sumiyoshi ward tried being lenient since over a decade ago. Residents in the area around Abikocho and Nagai Station in the JR Hanwha line and Osaka Metro subway network had been complaining about a certain individual's nocturnal activities.
Oh my.
Repeatedly, this person would show up late at night on the streets outside the stations and feed pigeons and crows. Pigeons and crows aren't exactly known for their quiet lifestyle, and scattering a bunch of food for them resulted in massive congregations of birds whose cacophony of excited late night cries and massive amounts of post-feeding poo became disgusting nuisance for people living in the area. Finally, in April of 2024, under the provision of Japan's Animal Welfare Act, which allows mayors or governors to take necessary measures if the feeding of wild animals is having a detrimental effect on the local living environment, the city of Osaka issued an administrative order banning the feeding of pigeons and crows. Still, the bird feeder persisted. And now Osaka Prefectural Police from the Sumiyoshi Precinct have filed charges against them. Under voluntary questioning, the suspect, a resident of Sumiyoshi Ward, admitted to violating the administrative order multiple times. This might seem like a lot of commotion over someone feeding some birds, but as the video clip recorded in the article outside Abikocho Station shows, the perpetrator wasn't just scattering a few breadcrumbs around, but tossing out entire loaves of bread.
Jeebus.
That's a lot of bird.
It's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of bread and a lot of bird and a lot of birdie bread and bready bird. But yeah. So wild birds don't need any food handouts from people. This was going way beyond some senior citizen feeding a couple of birds in the park. Looks like the person was just dumping out bread by the bagful. They probably thought they were doing something good, so it was hard to stop. They should take action like this against people who feed stray cats also. No, that person is banned from the internet. Those were all quotes from netizens as they noticed what was going on. As pointed out in the comments, pigeon and crows living in urban areas tend to do just fine. finding food on their own, so feeding them, especially on a scale seen in the article, can lead to overpopulation, which can lead to demands to forcefully reduce the animals' numbers. So while the feeder's heart may have been in the right place in terms of wanting to do something nice to the birds, leaving them to take care of their meals on their own really is better to ensure a peaceful cohabitation with humans.
That is wild.
Lots of bread means lots of bread after it's eaten as well.
Bread and bread poopies. Yep.
Ew.
Anyway, let's see if we can find something a little bit normal here. Emphasis
There
Yeah, a
is
little
no
normal, you know.
That's what I thought.
I wish someone would feed me bread like that. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, chat. Are you getting snacky?
If
Have
I
we not been feeding chat?
Barry, if I feed you bread like that, can I cover your cage with a giant blanket?
With like a giant blanket? And bro, that'd be nighttime. That'd be time for sleep.
Exactly.
I can't have bread. I have to have gluten-free bread, bro. If it's fancy gluten-free bread, then maybe. I do love bread.
Well, aren't you a spoiled little bird?
I am a spoiled bird. I'm not even gonna. It's not even a joke, bro. I'm a spoiled bird. Oh.
Love you, Barry. Okay, all right. What's next on the agenda here? Oh, Sega.
Sega. Yeah, so Sega's in a pretty good spot these days. Finally getting a little bit more recognition outside of Japan, especially with the Yakuza Like a Dragon franchise being a worldwide hit, being the publisher for Persona and Metaphor, which are critical popular series. And obviously, even the company mascot Sonic is back to his idoldom. However, for many loyal Sega fans, there's still a fondness for Sega's past. And that's what's going to be celebrated at the Sega 65th The Limited Shop in Tokyo. Yes, Sega does have more than 6 decades worth of history. And, you know, semantics on the actual anniversary, whether it's 66 or 61, depending on whether you're going back to the start of the company, which was Nihon Goraku Busen. But they're celebrating in a pop-up shop in the Miyashita Park complex in downtown Tokyo's Shibuya neighborhood. However, it doesn't look like the shop will be putting too much focus on the company's very earliest days as a provider of slot machines and jukeboxes. Instead, the spotlight will be shining on Sega's meaty midlife video game era. A brand new line of merchandise is being created, and while Sonic and Like a Dragon are predictably represented, so too are once landmark releases that have now been partially covered by the sands of time. So while, for instance, you'll be able to find Sonic Adventure 2 t-shirts at the store, you'll also be able to find Sakura War gear to add to your
Ooh.
wardrobe. Even deeper cuts into the keychain collection with pieces for fans of Puyo Puyo, Space Channel 5, and Romania 203. So with the opening of the store still a few weeks away, Sega is still being coy about the full merch lineup, but says that in addition to in-house developed items, it's also working with a team of visual artists consisting of Shohei Ochiha, Shinnosuke, Nukme, Bokuno, and Lugosis and Strato to combine their aesthetic sensibilities. The goal is to make a visit to the Sega 65th Limited Shop feel like an experience, not just a shopping run. In addition to the above-mentioned games, Sega is also teasing merchandise from its Ambition Knights Saturn title, as well as items for fans of the Dreamcast, Saturn, and Mega Drive consoles. The limited shop will be open from May 21st to 28th.
I want a Sakura Tyson shirt.
I would like some Sonic merch. I would like some potential Yakuza merch. Sakura Tyson would be cool too. I know a certain somebody that Ranma works with on Sundays would probably be really into a lot of this stuff, though.
Oh, yes. Yes. And that reminds me, Jamie mentioned something fandomish that's right up your alley. Oh, it's related to Supernatural. You might want to reach out to her.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the best way to get to her is to ping her on Discord. And I actually looked up Miyashita Park. I haven't been here, but I've been nearby it. It's a few, from what I could tell, it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk from Nintendo Tokyo. That's what I could tell. And I think it's right by, I saw it on the map here. I want to say it's right by Tower Records Shibuya. Because I know I have been there. At least I think. I'm going to leave the map open for right now, and I'll go back and double check later. You know. Anyway, we're going to get into our last story of the night regarding Meanwhile in Japan. We're going to talk about gotchas, blind boxes, and stuff.
Bleh.
Well, Bandai is changing the rules on it.
We'll see if they're good.
I mean, for some people, I think it's a good thing. So let's get into it, shall we? Basically, what they're doing, they're canceling the blind buy system for anime cosmetics and will let the fans choose what they want. Okay. This is a reversal of a policy for the new Chara Cosme releases. And this is regards a survey about how people basically dislike randomized merch purchases. And I get it. I've been part of these gotcha blind boxes and traded with people. I've had people, I think this was like, we were going through Love Live gotchas. A couple of people I was hanging out with, they knew which one it was by the way it felt in the bag. And they were pretty much accurate 9 times out of 10. So
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Bandai has a cosmetics division called Kriya Beauty, and it has character-themed makeup products. So they have stuff for Idolish 7 and Token Ranbu, which has massive female fan followings. Now, the packaging of these cosmetics is supposed to look like a concert or fan event ticket. And each of the powders, or the cosmetic powders that is, which is like eyeshadow, blush, etc., is based on the hair or the image color of said character. So there's like 16 vocalists for Idolish 7 and 10 for Token Ranbu at 770 yen, which is like $5. So that's like $130 if you want to collect them all. But there was no shock. Nobody was shocked when Kriya Beauty said that these character cosmetic would be a randomized basis. And no, people were not too fond of that. So Bandai has now said they've changed their mind and doing away with the random sale model for these two character series. And fans will be able to buy the exact ones that they want, which I think is a good thing. For something like this, definitely. This announcement was made a few days ago on the Kriya Beauty Twitter account and on the Lifestyle Bandai website. Bandai says it came to the decision after internal discussions and is so committed to the idea that fans should be able to pick which items that they're buying that the company is actually delaying the release of the products because they're going to do most likely repackaging and change things to make it more acceptable. Not especially mentioned in Bandai's announcement, the change comes in wake of a recently conducted survey in Japan, which participants overwhelmingly say they dislike random purchases. With more than 85% of the survey's participants being women, the results could definitely be seen as a warning sign for idea of randomized Idolish 7 and Token Ranbu related cosmetics. Getting into the business side of things, from the seller standpoint of one of the major advantages of a gacha blind buy system that it encourages fans to make a large number of purchases as they chase after randomly getting their most desired item out of the group. As such, Bandai is running the risk of making less money per fan by letting them immediately lock in on the items that they really want. Despite this, Bandai has said they will not be raising the price of the Kara cosmetics featuring Idolish 7 and Token Ranbu, and they'll still be at the original price. Even though this might be a wise economic move on Bandai's part, as in the same survey mentioned of the vast majority participants have also said that the disappointment at the randomized merch has lessened their enthusiasm for a series or franchise which could hurt long-term profitability. Aside from repackaging and delaying shipping to stores, there is one more issue the switch to non-randomized sales is causing. With the blind buy merch in Japan, stores often offer the option of buying a complete box that guarantees one of each version, and some stores have already begun taking pre-orders for those boxes. For those who have placed such an order, Bandai is recommending that you contact the store directly to ask about the status of the pre-order and possible cancellation. Okay. And I get where they're coming from. For a short period of time, I was buying Sailor Moon shot glasses, and I would buy 5 at a time. And I did it twice because they were on sale and I had coupons. I was trying to get a Sailor Venus shot glass. Didn't get a Sailor Venus shot glass, got few of the others, and I got doubles and triples of a couple. I'm just like, you know what? At this point, I would rather pay $15 to somebody on Mercari or eBay just to get a Venus shot glass. Have I done it? No. Do I want to? Not really. I thought maybe I could get that. You know, some things I think is still cool as a gotcha, like when you go to the vending machines and stuff, that's not going to change. But when it comes to something like this, like you go in the store and you buy it, yeah, I can see that, you know. But you know what? I think they should still do the blind boxes, have like a certain set that's like, we know what's in this one, and here is the blind box. And then here's where you get it, make it fun. I think they should bring the price up. Now,
it depends on what the blind box collection is, because they'll have, I mean, it also depends too, is it a lottery blind box or is it a traditional one? Because lottery blind boxes will have set A, set B, set C. And I like that there's this big secondary market in Japan at least, because there is places like I got an actual cherry blossom card captor Sakura stuff. I got a set that had a mirror in it that was really, really cool, and a few other things like Sailor Moon stuff at the secondhand shops. But I wouldn't mind the secondhand market being a little bit cheaper, because I definitely got into a series of poly figures that are really, really cute. But one of the main figures is only $17, and for a predetermined one, people are charging $35, and I'm like, it's
this kind of goes back
to reasonable, I guess.
This kind of goes back to what we were discussing earlier.
Yeah, it's the idea of like, I get that it's for the convenience of knowing what's in the box, but like at the same time, you know, it's just one of those cases where it would be nice to just be able to pick the item you get.
CDB says, I'm limiting myself to only buying blind boxes where I like everything now. I mean, honestly, if I were to pick up blind boxes, honestly, out of the different series that I love and enjoy, I would go straight to Ranma 1/2. Because at least I know with that, I know enough people that I'm like, well, I got doubles here. You can have this. You can have this. You can have this. Well, how much do you want for it? I don't care. Can I still want to give you $5? Sure, whatever, you know. And as for the whole box, on my 2023 trip, there was a box of Ranma 1/2 Gashapons waiting for me. And I haven't cracked them open, but I am to assume it's one of every character. And I thought it was so cool. I was like, wow. And I gotta give a shout out to Cheyenne for that. So now that we got that out the way, and before we close up shop for tonight, Mako-chan, why is your figure mooning us?
The figure is not mooning you. The figure is walking away.
So
after
why
saying
It's
something
the figure's not
sassy
mooning
as
you.
hell.
It's just the peepo. It's the peepo leave. That's what's happening with that. It's the peepo leave.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
All right. Since we didn't talk about it at the top of the show, tell those who are listening what is that?
This is one of my newest Funko Pop. It is from their meme line. It is Skeletor walking away while standing on a little platform that states, "Until we meet again."
You know you gotta get your bestie that one too, right?
I'm pretty sure she has it.
Okay. But we also need the He-Man one of him laughing, like, or in this case, singing.
That I would really, really like.
And the box has to be in Technicolor Rainbow. Until we meet again. All right. I think it's time to transform and roll out of here. Well, if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent podcasters, independent bloggers, reviewers, and all that good stuff. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up. So if you have any questions about the show tonight, please drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. And while you're at it, we want you to come check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you'll find our weekly podcasts, convention reports, cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, anime report reviews, editorials, outside links to our YouTube and Facebook pages of cosplay convention photos, which, by the way, the ZenkaiCon photos are up at Anime Jam Session, facebook.com/Anime Jam Session, so please check those out. All that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. And if you like the show, please subscribe to the podcast. We are available wherever podcasts are available. And if there's a specific app that you can't find us on, drop us a line and I'll get on that. Seriously. And I also want to say that I want you to follow us on our social media pages. It's Anime Jam Session at YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. And to everybody that follows us, thank you so much. We really appreciate y'all. Truly. And our tip jar. If you're participating with us live, there are direct links down below to our Ko-Fi, our Streamlabs, and our Stream Elements. You can also cheer us on with bits while we're streaming, or sub to the channel and give out gift subs as what happened earlier tonight. So we're going to go around the room. Last words, Mako-chan.
I am very, very tired, and I'm going to enjoy going to sleep.
Barry, last words.
Well, I found out I have a bunch of nerds lurking in chat. So hi, nerds. But yes, there's some of my guildies.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna be chilling and probably gaming a little bit.
My last words, I want to say a special shout out to Pod Culture. I was not able to participate in Free Comic Book Day, and I spoke to him about it. He got me 2 of the 4 books that I was looking for, and one of them I really wanted was the Energon one, so he came in with the clutch. So Pod Culture, thank you. And that is it. End of list. We are going to get out of here. I'm going to go edit. Mako's going to go to bed, and Barry's going to do some gaming. So we're going to get up and out of here. So yeah, I'm getting a little hot in here myself. So anywho, I'm Ranma.
I'm Mako-chan.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night.
Yamasane.
Say goodnight, Barry.
Good night, Barry.
Awesome. Perfect. We're getting out of here. See you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!